think it's a tough read. As far as outside backers and inside backers too. Football's evolving. RPOs weren't a thing 20 plus years ago. So I mean, it adds a new dynamic to the game, and makes it that much more complicated. It's within the confinements of the game, so we have to learn how to play against that and scheme against that. It's tough though. It's pretty hard, but it challenges you as a player to work even harder for your with your reads. Just to with your keys and whatnot. So it pushes you as an individual.
Specifically, what is the hardest thing for you, and you too, Jared, on the RPO thing?
Yeah, for me, it's you want to play downhill when you're getting that run action, and then within a split second the quarterback can pull it and just do a quick little pop pass or throw it to the flat real quick. It's tough, especially for outside backers, with the way we run our defense. Nate Hall can be put in a bind where he's reading run action, right, and he's got to shuffle downhill to play his outside gap, and then all of a sudden quarterback pulls it and throws it to the flat. He's put in a bind there. So it just makes it more challenging, and it changes the dynamics of the game.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, I think it causes you to have to slow down a little bit, slow down your read, and Hank does a pretty good job of trying to keep safeties and corners and even outside linebackers out of run-pass conflicts, where we expect a guy to fill a gap or force the run, but also have to play pass if he gets some kind of release. So I think Hank does a good job with the defense and helping guys be able to slow down your read and be able to play pass if we do get the RPO, and also still be able to be aggressive and coming down and playing downhill, like Patty said, in the run. Yeah.
But it's sort of counter to both your natures, right? Having to.
Oh, most definitely. I think everybody on defense, especially guys that play on the perimeter, we all want to come downhill, real fast and get to the run, but just with the new dynamic of the RPO, it just causes you to have to slow down your read a little bit. But Fitz is always saying, don't rush the read, rush the reaction. So, he's always encouraging us to take that extra second to pat your feet, bounce, and let things clear up for you, and then you can get to your assignment, and usually it works out.
Fitz was talking about how rules that allow linemen to only go 3 yards downfield aren't really enforced. Does it frustrate you when you're getting blocked by linemen who are like 5-6 yards downfield?
Yeah, it's frustrating in general to have linemen on you. That Purdue ran an RPO play similar to that, and luckily the referee threw the flag because there was a lineman 5-6 yards downfield. It's tough though. Linemen are nasty. Nobody likes dealing with them. So.
When you lose 2 starting linemen in the middle of a game, how does that affect the cohesion of the line and your ability to work together?
Well, I think in the heat of the moment and the heat of the game, you don't really think about it because in those moments we were just trying to make a play to win the game. So it was all about the next guy up. So you try not to think about those things in the heat of the moment. So the biggest thing for us is just getting that next guy in there so we can put some drives together and put some points on the board to hopefully win the game.
Fitz said after the game that he didn't want to blame the offensive line totally, but that you guys had a great game at Purdue, not so great on Saturday. And he said you had like a Jekyll Hyde thing going now. How would you interpret what he means by that? And in a way, would you guys rather be the good Dr. Jekyll or the evil Henry Hyde?
Well, in our offensive line room, we're going to take responsibility in wins and losses. That's part of offensive line play. So you got to take it on the chin when you get a bad one like Saturday, and you give the glory to the other guys that make plays on Saturday like we did on Thursday night against Purdue. So it's a win-win for us if we play well and we win, but it's also a bad situation if we lose and we don't play well. So we'll take responsibility in both wins and losses. I would say for the offensive line, our goals are to run the ball effectively and protect the quarterback. So no matter if we throw the ball 100 times, we're supposed to protect them. So we don't really worry about what's called. We just do what's called and do what the man behind us says, and that's the quarterback, and we just go from there.
No, throughout camp, we work on condition and stuff like that. So really the games come easy compared to our practice throughout the week and camp. So conditioning is not a factor, and honestly, as a receiver, you want to be out there catching passes. So.
Bennett, only 7 catches through 2 games for you so far. Are you disappointed with your performance so far this year?
Obviously, I wish I had, more catches, some better stats maybe. But at the end of the day, it's just getting open, doing your job, and this past week it was the inside guys. Flynn and Riley had pretty good games. So, we just look at matchups and we try to attack from there. But obviously, I want to start stepping it up.
Against Akron, pretty defensive team. What do you see matchups-wise and attacking them?
Yeah, Akron's a great team. They went to the MAC championship last year. They won their division, so they're good on defense. We just got to stick to our fundamentals and keep playing hard. But they have talent on the defensive side of the ball. So this is a big week for us as a team, as an offense. See how we respond from last week's game. We're obviously disappointed in our performance.
Jared, how do you think you and JR have done so far playing those 2 opening safety roles?
Oh, no, I think JR has been phenomenal. Just with his communication and his film study and the work that he puts in, preparing throughout the week is very veteran-like, and I couldn't be more proud of him. It makes my job a lot easier when he knows what he's doing and he can communicate to the guys on his side of the field, and it makes our communication between us a lot easier. So he's doing great, and I think he's only going to get better as the season goes on. So yeah.
You guys got gashed by some big pass plays in that first half, that second quarter especially, and then kind of nothing out of them in the passing game in that second half. What kind of adjustments do you guys make at halftime to kind of stop them?
Yeah, it was just us, reminding ourselves to get back to our fundamentals and our foundation. Having good eyes, moving our feet, getting hands on when we can get hands on, and just settling in a little more and realizing that we can run with receivers and just being patient with it and just getting back to our fundamentals and the base techniques that we play.
And then I think specifically on the 7-yard touchdown, I might be wrong on this, but they had the tight end go kind of up the seam for the touchdown there, where there was kind of a lot of space in the middle of the field. Do you guys remember that play? Can you kind of break that one down?
Yeah. So we were in a cover 4, and I was man on the tight end out of the backfield, and it was just me having my eyes in a bad spot. They had been real run heavy with the lead, split back 2 lead, and so I was ready to come to the run really fast, and I got my eyes out position. Tight end turned up on me, and I left him open. But we talked about it in the huddle, got the adjustments made, and just reminded us to keep good eyes and good leverage on receivers, and we got it fixed.
Anything else for Jared or Patty?
Eddie, can you compare yourself now after a season and 2 weeks to what you were after 2 weeks last year?
Yeah, not good enough. I still got a lot to improve on. I don't feel like I've been playing as well as I should be or as well as I can be. I still have a lot of potential to fill and a lot of room to improve in. So.
But where have you improved from?
I'm just calming down. I'd say I've improved on just settling in and kind of expanding my vision a little bit. Just kind of in my stance a little bit, seeing everything more clear and not being so tunnel vision.
Fitz always likes to. Fitz has used the phrase with other middle linebackers. He wants it to look like it looked in high school. Does it look like it looked in high school yet? Or is it still?
In terms of just playing,
In terms of the clear picture and everything slowing down and.
Yeah, and that comes with just maturity. That just comes with over time. Things start to slow down a little bit. So it's over time it will, and it has been. So.
Is it HD yet, or is it still like sort of black and white?
It's getting there. It's getting there.